Greetings, I am CrossKnights, and this is Let's Play Breath of Fire 3. On the last episode, we defeated the Elder, the last dragon besides Ryu, with his dragon powers intact. He has been spending centuries in a sealed room where people could not sense his power, so that he could give the power of infinity to Ryu. Infinity is weird in this game. I have looked at how to use it. I'm assuming I just never used it when I was a kid, because I doubt I could have, like, guessed how to use it. I don't know if they tell you anywhere, but we'll worry about that later. For now, I'm trying something a little bit different. I'm gonna go through... This is post-commentary, essentially, but I'm not even looking at the screen. I recorded about 15 minutes of me going through this dungeon, and then I'm just gonna ramble over it so I can say everything I want to say without getting distracted. So, my biggest question in this game was, why did the Dragon Clan not fight back and let themselves get wiped out? And I was like, is there an explanation? They did give an explanation. The explanation is that they were worried that if they used their full power, they would destroy the world. I still don't really like it. Here's the thing. I think the reason that they had them not fight back was to make them an even more sympathetic victim. Like, the concept of, like, a perfect victim. Like, a horrible thing could happen to someone, and then people look in their past and they're like, oh, they did something, and then, like, it gives them an excuse to not be as sympathetic. So by having them not fight back, it makes them seem more like a perfect victim. I hope that's not the reasoning, because, I mean, there is a... They're not necessarily wrong, so I'm just gonna go over the other games right now. The first game, the goddess Tyr, or in this case, Myra, was able to convince a certain population of Dragon Clan members to fight the other ones to gain power over these mystical artifacts, and basically encouraged them to take over the world. The Light Dragons, which is where Ryu and his sister came from, were not down with that, so they were actively just fighting all over the world. And it's just like, during that time, the world wasn't destroyed. They were using their full powers, so classically it doesn't really sit well with me. By the time of the second game, most of the dragons had... I mean, there weren't nearly as many of them because they killed each other. Like, probably like a tenth of the dragons remained, like, to the point where people really hadn't even heard of dragons at this point, and most of them lived underground. And in this case, the surviving Dark Dragon members and the Light Dragon members were together. They rejoined as a clan. It's possible that they put some really strict measures on, like, ever fully releasing their powers again. It's just to the point of letting themselves get wiped out still seems crazy to me. I mean, they easily just could have made it so that the dragons did fight back and they weren't able to win. And then, like, at the last moments, they're like, we need to hide the ultimate power because we see what's happening. We know our history. We know that if we bide our time, we can defeat the goddess. We just can't do it right now. Which is kind of what happened. I do like the conversation between the Elder and Nina, though, because she's heard all of her life that the dragons tried to destroy the world. They don't know that the Urkins are the ones that wiped them out. They just know, they've just thought that they were evil. And that's because of the religion spread that about them. But also, if you go back far enough, it did kind of happen in the first game. It did almost happen. They were a threat to the world, the evil members. So, I think when Nina was like, are you saying the dragons aren't evil then? And the Elder's like, it's more complicated than that. It's because the Dragon Clan members do realize that if they wanted to, if they were irresponsible, they could absolutely take over the world and no one could stop them. Besides, I guess, a god. A literal god. So he wasn't willing to say, like, no, we're not evil. We're just people. We are people with incredible power, and because of that, we take our responsibility very seriously, because every time we did it, something crazy would happen. So, it's not a perfect explanation. It's better than no explanation, though. But I still wish it was a little bit different. I do like that they acknowledge that some of the people are angry at the Urkins for doing this. And that, like, that's another thing, like, again, with the perfect victim, like, you know, a lot of times, a non-dominant group will be, like, victimized by someone, and then, like, if they're interviewed, they're like, do you forgive the other people for doing this to you? Which is an insane thing to ask. I just see it on the news all the time. And if they say, like, oh yeah, we forgive them, then it makes everyone feel good, right? You know, it's fine. Yay. And it's, to make so many of the Dragon Clan that forgiving, also, like, you know, it bothers me a little bit. But I like that they didn't do that. They acknowledge that some people are like, screw the Urkins, I don't care. They killed our ancestors, plus we've been forced to live in a desert. Like, for several generations, a lot of these people have just been forced to live isolated in these horrible conditions instead of where they came from, which was presumably better. They were essentially exiled. And so, like, I think it's completely legitimate to have, like, bad feelings against the religion. But it's another thing. I think they've created this dogma of, like, we can't let anger get to us. We can't get the desire to want to take out our enemies wholeheartedly get to us because of what happened before. So I think that's what they're going for, but, like, you get this from, like, one or two, like, subtle lines, you know? Like, the Elder just saying, like, I'm not gonna say that we're not evil. We absolutely could destroy the world. By the way, this power I'm giving you, Ryu, if you screw up, you will destroy the world. Like, you need to be damn careful. Which is why I think the test involved, you're not allowed to use your powers, and you have to fight with your friends. And I think the fact that he made friends with an Urkin actually is huge, you know? I get why not every member of the Dragon Clan could see it that way, but that's really big. That's a big deal. That is the greatest enemy that the Dragon Clan has ever faced, beside the actual goddess Maria. I mean, Myra, whatever, the name's different every damn time. I forget what they called her in Breath of Fire 2. I might have to look that up, but I'll try to put it on screen if I can remember. But it's not. I don't think it's Tyr or Maria or Myra. I think it's something else. I think it was translated differently every single game. The second game is weird though, because Myra is still defeated, but in her death, she left just a tiny bit of her power, and that created Saint Evans, who formed his own religion. This seems to be what they are doing afterwards. They're like, we can't influence people directly, but we can get them to start a religion. I also want to point out that Myra is the goddess of desire. The way she influenced the Dragon Clan in the first game was to increase their desire for power and, like, whisper in their ear. She also gave demonic powers to humans, which is what I believe she did to the leader of the Thieves Guild. I think that she gave her power to him. Probably because his desire was great enough. That's how she influences things. But, not to give anything away, she takes a different tack the third time. I think every time she comes back, she just tries something different, which is cool. It is kind of... I kind of wish there was, like, one more game in the series where she tried... I don't know what she would try, just something, like, completely... Like, maybe if she was, like, living among humans, that could be even more interesting. But the fourth game, I think, is pretty much confirmed to take place in a completely different universe, where there's still a Ryu and a Nia, but none of the history of the games is related to it, which is sad to me. That's the main reason I'm probably not going to play 4, plus the fact that it has so many minigames. I think this world without the dragons for all this land, like, that's the whole reason at the beginning, because I didn't notice when I was a kid how many adults were complete selfish jerks in this game. And I think it's because the goddess has been running unchecked, the goddess of desire. People are just going on their base desires instead of checking themselves. But that might be reading too much into it. I don't know. I don't know if that's what they intended. I don't think at any point in this game they even mentioned that she's the goddess of desire. They don't mention that she's a goddess of desire in the second game, but to be fair, she's barely mentioned in the second game. But okay, that's that. Hopefully I can edit these two down so that they match up, because I think I'm a good way through the dungeon at this point, just in the 14 minutes that I went through. And, oh boy, is Ray not powerful enough. He needs attack power. I hope it's because I don't have the right weapon for him, but when I see him compared to Ryu and Gar, which, to be fair, are the highest attack members, he just doesn't handle up. I think even Pico's probably more powerful than him at this point. And it's just, since he also doesn't have magic, like, what is Ray at this point? Who cares if he goes first? What, am I going to use him as a healer? Maybe. But he's not that great at healing. You just have to use items, so... We'll see. I'm not entirely happy with his character right now, but that's fine. Yeah. Let's go back to live commentary and see what we can see here. I I edited that so well. I'm so like not the editing. It's just the fact that I recorded those separately and I was able to match them up without like needing to mess around too much. Oh, I love it. It was 15 minutes of video and 10 minutes of talking, and then I edited it. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't need to talk about this. I'm just very happy. I was expecting that to be more of a negotiation between the two. Skipping battle. Now, and I did notice while I was editing, I forgot, because I actually stole a Titan belt. Yeah, and I'm so worried about Ray's power. Now, is his power really that bad? Oh. I was like, 166 seems pretty good, and then I look at Gar and he has 300, which is insane. I will say that Gar is like an absolute powerhouse right now, and I've given him a weird master, but that's fine. I mean, it's not that weird. In fact, maybe it's the perfect master now that I think about it. Because he doesn't need AP, right? I mean, AP's the only thing that'd be nice you'd have it, so screw the AP. I've already, like, built him against that. And, you know, it sucks he won't have the HP, but he has enough that he'll be fine, you know? And he has enough defense. So, I don't know, man. Also, freaking Shadow Walk is so good. Ooh, look at that. The Titan Belt's actually paying dividends already. That was a decent amount more damage than normal. Not that it mattered, because Ryu was going to one-shot him, but still. Ray is getting close to leveling, which is nice. I think I said everything I wanted to say about that, the last exchange. Emergency door handle. In an emergency, break the panel and turn to open the emergency. How do I break it? Who can break it? Do I require Momo to shoot it? Because that wouldn't surprise me. The only thing that, as I mentioned, like, I think it's perfectly acceptable that some dragons, like, hate the Urkins. Here, the awkward thing is that the Urkins don't actually know what happened. They don't know that their enemy was the dragon. They don't even know that their god is a goddess. And I think that's why that stipulation was put in there. How are you even going to argue against something you don't know that's happening? See, power. Okay, good. Let's see. Heal you up. So I don't know about that control panel. Yeah, because Ray's power is to steal things. In an emergency, break panel and turn handle to open the emergency door. And Gar's power is to push things. So it seems like I either need Momo. I swear to God, if I need Momo again, I'm going to lose my mind. But I think I need to bring or Pico. So I guess I have to leave the dungeon now and get one of them. I don't know what other explanation there's. It shouldn't take too long, though, because a lot of the dungeon has been sectioned off by this electrical stuff that is now gone. So, yeah. There we go. Other time I had like a little smidgen of health left on them, which was pretty annoying. By the way, we're going to the Desert of Death. The Desert of Death, now it's probably not going to be too hard for me, but I remember it being the most annoying part in the game. When I first played it, I was stuck there for days. And I mean real days. In real-time days. So what is the point of this? Just turn... Whatever. I hope that when I leave, I can... All those traps are still off. That'd be terrible if that wasn't the case. God, it took so long to get out of there. God, and then my mother called, and then there was the whole thing. Alright. Also, did I not get another fairy to replace Dr. K? Because it doesn't look like it. I think something happened. I think a glitch happened where I just can't get more fairies. And I'm going to have to look it up. Do I have 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah! I am not getting fairies to replace the ones that I've lost. That's terrible. I don't know what to do about it. I really don't. I think I will put you on copy, though, so I can make more copies. Oh, man. That is lame. The fairies are, like, a pretty big part of the game. Uh-oh. Great, so she messed up the copy. Wait, I got my item back? Oh, well, that's okay. if she messed it up and I get them back, I thought that if she messed up, it would destroy the item. That's fine. Okay, I gave them a power food, which increases attack, and I gave them a, what's the present? Oh my god, more power food, hell yeah. And I gave them a magic shard. Oh, I'm getting 3 power foods from these guys, though. That's great. I mean, as much as I say, like, maybe I should just ignore the fairy, like, you see the benefits of investing in the fairy village. And the expeditions are supposed to give me, like, crazy items. But, like, I'm not going to risk people dying if I'm not going to get replacements. That would be terrible, right? Power food, boom, 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 and we'll keep one, just in case. So that's a +3 attack for him. And this should be my new shop, right? Yeah. Oh, look at this! I didn't think that they'd be, I didn't think they'd have this much stuff already. It's already maxed. So we got spiked gauntlets? Hell yeah. I have so much money I got from that golden egg thing, too. Oh my god, and Ray, too. Wait a minute. Oh, that's only an increasing of 5. This isn't a weapon, it's armor that increases. But yeah, I should get 2 of these. Equip. Boom. Boom. Because Gar needs more attack power, damn it. Alright, we're gonna go back in. Hopefully one of these guys can break that seal. I believe I have a Sage Frock. I think we should do this. I think her defense is important, considering how bad her HP is. Ooh. Do I want to do that now? That doesn't really make as much sense. Yeah. But Pico, I believe that Rock Breaker, yeah, that was for him. Boom. Very nice. Alright. You're not really gonna make me take Momo, are you? Alright, well that didn't do it. Thank God. If that wasn't it, I would have been pissed. I was like, I refuse to bring Momo. I'm rebelling. Oh God, we're here. Oh, we're really starting this now. I haven't accomplished enough to not. Anyone can come this far. Now comes the hard part. The Desert of Death. A land of ever-changing sands, where nothing lives and which no one returns. That's what everyone said about crossing the ocean. I get the feeling that God wants to be left alone. I don't know anything about that, but I do know the goddess lives beyond the desert. You must cross the desert. I'll tell you how to survive long enough out there. Ask me anything. Oh boy. Rakada! He's my best friend. If you get lost, you can use him to get back here. Water jug is full of water. Make sure you take some with you. You'll need it. About water. Use the water jug to fill your canteen. Your canteen can hold 16 helpings of water. 1 helping is enough for each member of your party to drink. Remember to drink it before it's too late. If you don't, your max... It'll go down permanently? Do you mean permanently, or just, like, until I rest at an inn permanently? I'm assuming that they mean until I rest at an inn, because that would be crazy otherwise. Oh, man. Just actual heat stroke here. I think I am going to give Magic Sword to Nina real quick, since we are able to. Probably take Monopolize off also. What if I want Ryu to level up, so that I can get... Yeah, maybe I give Monopolize to Ryu, because, nah, that seems crazy. The guy who's already ahead of everyone, just leveling up even more. I don't know. It could work, though. Whatever, let me do what I came here for. Magic Sword, or it's Mind Sword. That's fine. What was the other thing Momo had? Enlightenment. I could also give that to Nina. But now we're just being crazy. I think it's fine if she has enlightenment. Like Nina already has meditation. Apparently they stack though. You can go up to like 200 to 300% magic. The problem is Nina doesn't have the. You know, I'm gonna give Monopolize to Nina because she needs her higher level magic spells already. Like when does she get them? I can learn them from Deus and give them to her, but I know she gets them naturally at some point. Like I've been also, I should have been using Ice Blast against the Elder. I realized that while editing. Anyway, I've been using the same 2 spells because she doesn't have a lot of multi-targeting, but, like, later on she does. Anyway, that's all I wanted to do there. Alright. Walking in the desert. This is very important. Listen carefully. About time. Naturally, as you move through the desert, time passes. One day is 24 hours, and there's 12 hours of night and 12 hours of day. You can keep track of the time by counting your steps. You'll walk about 40 steps in an hour. Since you'll only waste energy moving during the day, you should move at night when it's cooler. Okay. About directions. You can find your way in the desert by looking at the stars. This is the North Star. It always appears in the north and never moves. If you follow it, you're headed due north. This one's the false North Star. Oh, good. It sometimes appears at different heights, depending on the time of the day. It can fool you. Be careful not to mix it up with the real North Star. And this one is the Evening Star. It always appears in the west, but not always in the same height and in the same place. If you're in the center of the desert, it'll be due west. Okay. So I guess I use that to know when I'm in the center of the desert. If you lose track of where you are, in the desert, you're done for. Make sure you keep your eyes on the stars. One thing you'll need to be careful about is after breaking camp or a battle, make sure you check what direction you're facing. If you forget, you could end up in a lot of trouble. Anything else? Leaving the desert. Here's how to get out of the desert. First, follow the North Star to the north. Then you can see the when you can see the evening star directly to the west, head east. Keep going east until you can no longer see the evening star. Then head north again. After walking north for 3 nights or so, you should be able to see the oasis. I'll write this down so that you can... Oh my god. No one... I know that I failed this multiple times when I was a kid. That's why it was so crazy. Cool. That's just one category of this, also. He's got more to say. Water. As you walk in the desert, your body will slowly lose water, and your throat will become dry every so often. If you don't drink any water and keep walking, longer than 30 minutes when this happens, you'll run the risk of permanently damaging your body. Just so you know, 30 minutes is about 20 steps or so. I really do think they don't mean permanently, but it's possible. You should spend about 12 hours or so camping. So if you camp at daybreak, it will be night when you start walking again. If you camp at dusk, when you break camp, it'll be morning. Okay. The Rocketa. I'm assuming it's just going to say, this is how you get out, yeah. But then you have to start from the beginning again. It'll bring you back without fail. It's like a homing pigeon, but in camel form. The goddess Myra. The people of Dragoneer believe that you're going to strike down the goddess. Put an end to her madness. Me? I don't care what happens. I harbor no hatred for anyone. Do whatever you think is best. Fair, you just living your life, bro. Alright, I guess I'll go and get my water. Alright. Who am I taking to battle with me? I think Nina. Let's take Nina and Momo. Don't know if it's wise, don't care, that's what's happening. Alright. I guess we, wander into the desert now. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this entire thing. Are you leaving already? Yeah, let's do it. I don't think I'll be able to do this entire thing this episode. You should wait until night and leave then. Good luck. I believe we get an entire, like, weird, almost third-person view, yeah. So, North Star, false North Star. The West Star was there before, but I can't see it yet, I guess. Oh, wait, there it is. North Star. I can tell that's the North Star because it's at the right height. My god, everyone's calling me. Alright, it looks like there's 4... So I hit the... If I hit right once, it goes that far, and then again. So are there 8 directions? No, there's more. More than 8. A lot more than 8. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Do I seriously just have to count? I think that was the other crazy thing. Was estimating the right time to go. Like, I'm not gonna count, that's crazy. Because it's 40... Like, 400 steps? I don't know. I don't know, man. I just need to figure out when to camp and whatnot. And eventually I'll run into battles, I'm sure. But it's a lot of walking. This is the right North Star, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, that whole dragon rant thing, I should have done it during this part. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't realize that there were such long stretches where nothing happened. But I should have. This part, like, traumatized me as a kid because I had to do it over and over. I was stuck here for so long. Your throat is getting dry. You should have some water. Alright. Alright. Do I just use the item water? Or is there a menu or something? Water jug. Okay, there we go. And then if I hit... Oh, I can camp at that screen too. Alright. I mean, it'll be obvious when it's, It'll be obvious when it becomes daytime, right? And then I can just sleep then. Maybe I don't need to count. Everyone is calling me. Everyone is calling me. I say everyone as if I don't only talk to like 2 people. But it's been 4 calls during this recording. It's crazy. What? Oh, I guess sometimes we enter one of these things and that's where the battles happen. That's even more confusing. Alright, who we got? Scorpions. I'm going to guess... I'm gonna guess ice weakness to most enemies. In fact, do I still have the, Oh, I have a new weapon for Momo, I just realized. Let's hit him with an earthquake. I think she has an ice weapon, if that's the case. That was a critical hit with Ryu, and it didn't do nearly as much damage as I would hope. Also, I believe we're in magic formation right now. Yeah, okay, they're weak against ice, for sure. Yeah. Chlorine. Miss. God damn it. Alright, well, let's just have Nina use Purify since she has that. Momo just attack. Oh. Tornado, you jerk. Aims at everyone, including the enemies. If it hits them, your HP is reduced to 1. Hit Ryu. Everything's hitting Ryu. Yappity. Did I use it on the... I used it on the wrong person. That's cool. Alright, 0 damage there. But at least Ryu didn't take any poison damage because he's about to die. Mind Sword. I think my Shadow Walk will kill him. Yeah. That didn't do as much damage as I was thinking, but... That was a lot of experience. That would be like 1,200 if I use Monopoly, so that's cool. Alright. Run! Alright, so now before I step forward, this is the important thing. I need to reorient myself north. You see how I wasn't fun? And that's the false one, so yeah. Keep going. Oh, and I need to look out for the... yeah. So... there. That's west, right? So, once the star aligns here, that's when I start going east. This doesn't seem too complicated, but I absolutely see how younger me could be confused. Directions were never my strong point. My friends, they would make fun of me. Alas, I get lost in my own hometown. But it's because of my spatial orientation issues. Like, if I go into a door and I leave, there's a good chance I am not... and I want to go back where I was, there's a good chance I will be going the wrong direction. It's just the way it is. Alright, looks like it's daytime. We're gonna camp. Yeah, cool. The whole gang's here. Don't this just beat all? Everywhere you look, sand. How are you supposed to know which way you're going through this? The stars, you were supposed... Ray doesn't listen, that's fine. He doesn't need to. If we camp at night and walk during the day, we won't be able to see the stars and get lost. Wait, I must have read that wrong. If we camp at night and walk during the day, we won't... okay, yeah. I guess I did say that, right. But yeah, you really just can't... you can't travel in the daytime. Hope he's not drying out. It's a little better at night. No way you're getting me out there in the daytime. You'll just waste energy walking in the day, you know. Yes, I feel like everyone knows. By the way, this is the first time I think that everyone has been in the campsite instead of, like, one of them in the tent, so that's cool. It's nice to see everyone together. Cheese! Alright. I don't think I need to actually... wait, do I need to rest? I think we actually need to rest for time to, advance. Okay, so I assume now... oh no. What do I do? What do I do now? How did that not fix things? Okay. I'm not moving. I'm not moving from this spot. And I thought everything was gonna be so easy. See, everyone's inside now. Do you want to break camp? Oh! So resting isn't what I was supposed to do then. Okay, don't break camp. Now everyone's inside. Whew, it's hot. I'm panting like a dog. We're supposed to head north, right? As long as we can use the stars, we should be alright. It's a long trip ahead. Better conserve water as much as possible. So, I guess that's why they kept on saying day, because I guess what I was doing was going to put me at the wrong time. Don't this just beat all? Oh, you're saying the same thing. You didn't have any advice for me, because you weren't paying attention. So, do you want to break camp? Break camp now. But since I didn't rest, does that mean it's going to be the same time? Yeah. Alright, we're learning. They gave me instructions, but they weren't that specific. But I haven't moved, damn it. I haven't moved from where I was standing. That's the important thing. So, break camp after resting. Okay. Good. Now, hopefully we didn't just, like, skip part of the night. But, let's go forward. Whenever camp happens again, I will end the episode. I hope I haven't screwed anything up, but who knows? Your throat's getting dry. There we go. We're gonna move that up so I don't have to go down so far. Water jug. Keep going. Check to the west. Not yet. I will not be fooled by a false star. Apparently there are, like, items you can find in the desert, too. But I don't really need them. There's, like, life armor. I can buy life armor from the fairies if I need to. Which I don't. I don't need to. Alright, used another water jug after going forward for a long time. Check to the west. It's getting there. It's getting there. I don't know how precise you need to be. Okay. Battle section. What do you got? More scorpions? Because if so, I'm not showing it. Oh, God! Opponent has the initiative. That's not what I wanted to see. Okay. That's not the best. Oh, God. Alright. Alright. You wanna play, buddy? Elrich Holy Ice Attack! We're gonna use a Mind Sword on you. And Momo's gonna use a nice Typhoon. And hopefully Ryu goes before they murder him. Alright, good. Because that wouldn't have been great. Alright. Oh, he's Mind... She said Mind Sword in English. Wow. Damn, hell yeah, Nina. We are in magic formation, by the way. Actually, I just realized that having Momo isn't the best for that because it'll decrease her magic attack, but that's fine. Momo has other options. Air Raid. Ha! Hardly any damage at all, fool. Extra attack. Frost Breath. That's right. Still taking my poison damage, still blind, it's fine. Blizzard! Wait, why am I having Nina attack? Mind Sword again. Most powerful ice attack. See, that's what I need Nina to have. Alright, he's not weak against ice, clearly. I can't believe she just says Mind Sword in English. That's crazy. Alright, well... reprise, reprise. Alright, no, that's fine. Ice Claw. It'll probably miss, actually. Because, he's blind. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. The best part is I realized enough that I could have canceled it and didn't. Stab. Oh my god, alright. I'm using up a lot here. Yeah, try a holy attack, then. There we go. Alright, 800. Yeah, Ryu leveled up. Learned Vigor. I don't know what Vigor is. And Royal Armor. Royal Armor is better than my current armor. I'm assuming they can't wear it. Yeah. I'll do it, even though it slows me down a little bit. That's a pretty crazy increase in defense. And we got out. Alright. Still going north. And what is Vigor? 50? Heals heavy wounds on all targets. That's incredible. Alright. Let's go. Oh, good. Getting there. We're getting there. Alright, I guess we'll walk a little bit farther until I can't see. Okay, now we'll camp. Maybe that's what I did wrong. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably not exactly right. Anyway, I am CrossKnights. Thank you very much for watching. We will keep on going through the desert tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be too bad. I don't know, though, man. Yeah. I do believe we are getting close to the end. Even more proof that I'm not going to be able to use Deus as a master much, but I really need to stop worrying about that stuff. It doesn't matter that much. Yeah, I guess I'll see you guys then when we, hopefully get through the desert successfully the first time, but who knows. Alright, later.